A dark night, a sinister curse gripping the heart of a young prince. A mystical garden, shrouded in secrets and haunted by demonic creatures, awaits him. A mysterious girl trapped within oranges and citrons whispers from the shadows. Every step toward this garden is a step into an unknown fate. Can the prince unravel the curse's enigma, or will the garden's darkness swallow his soul forever? Join us to unveil this tale woven with mystery and intrigue. The story begins with a king who has 40 wives in his harem, but none of them can have children. Heartbroken, he vows that if God grants him a son, he will fill one pool with honey and another with oil for the poor to take. Finally, the king's 40th wife gives birth to a handsome son. The king is overjoyed and provides every comfort for the child. Years pass, and the boy grows into a strong, brave 18-year-old. One day, the king remembers his unfulfilled vow. He immediately orders 2 large pools to be built outside the palace, one filled with honey, the other with oil. The poor come with bowls and jars to take their share. The king's son, watching from the palace balcony, sees a hunchbacked old woman coming to collect oil. In a mischievous act, he shoots a stone with his slingshot, breaking her bowl and spilling the oil. Furious, she looks up and curses him. "You spoiled prince! May the trouble of Naranj and Toranj befall you." Curious, the prince asks his mother about Naranj and Toranj. She tells him they are the most beautiful girls, living in oranges and citrons in a garden atop a mountain. But no one who went there returned alive. Determined, the prince says, "I must go and bring one back." Despite his parents' pleas, he insists on going alone. The prince takes a sturdy horse, packs his saddlebag, and sets off. In the desert, he meets a radiant old man with a white beard. The old man asks, "Where are you going, young man?" The prince replies, "To the Naranj and Toranj garden." The old man warns, "Many have gone and never returned. If you must go, pass through a forest full of wild beasts. Ignore their roars and don't look back. You'll reach a she-demon's house. She'll guide you." The prince enters the forest, where ferocious beasts roar and charge at him. He keeps his eyes forward, ignores them, and doesn't look back. Safely, he emerges from the forest. The prince arrives at the she-demon's house, where she sits under a tree. He greets her warmly and asks for directions. Impressed that he survived the fairy forest, she says, "Your star must be high." "Where are you going?" He replies, "To the Naranj and Toranj garden." She instructs, "Take this path to the mountain. There, swap your horse for a black one tied to a tree. It'll carry you swiftly. Hunt an animal as a dragon guards the garden gate. Throw the prey to it, and when it's distracted, enter. Demons sleep under the trees in the garden. Pick the oranges and citrons and ride back fast. Ignore any noises." The prince switches to the black horse, which races like the wind to the garden. He hunts a mountain goat and throws it to the dragon at the gate. While the dragon eats, he enters. The garden is full of beautiful trees, with demons sleeping beneath them. He picks several oranges and citrons. The demons wake, shouting, he's picking," but he gallops out of the garden. The prince sits by a stream glowing under moonlight and opens the oranges one by one. From the first, a beautiful girl with sparkling eyes emerges and says, "Bread." He quickly gives her bread, but she fades into thick neon mist and dies. From the second, an even prettier girl with flowing hair appears and says, "Water." He gives her water, but she vanishes before his eyes. One by one, he opens the oranges. Each girl asks for something, but he gives the wrong thing, and they all die. Only one orange remains, glowing in his hand, but he's too afraid to open it, fearing no hope is left. The prince returns to the city and spots the hunchbacked old woman in dark alleys. With sharp eyes and a quiet voice, she asks, "Did you reach the garden?" The prince, full of sorrow, says, "Yes, but all the girls died. Only this orange is left." The old woman leans closer and whispers, "If you open it and she says bread, give water. If she says water, give bread. That's how she'll live." Then she gives a mysterious smile and vanishes into the shadows, as if she knows more is coming. Under a willow tree, the prince opens the last orange. A stunning girl emerges saying, "Bread." Following the old woman's advice, he gives her water, and she survives. She asks, "Who am I?" "Who are you?" He replies, "You're the Naranj and Toranj girl, and I want to take you to the city." He hides her in the willow tree and goes to fetch clothes. A black maid working for a village. Chief comes to wash clothes by the stream and sees the girl's reflection in the water, mistaking it for her own. Thinking she's beautiful, she refuses to work as a maid anymore. When she sees her real face in a mirror, she realizes her mistake. Hearing the girl's laughter from the tree, she tricks her, climbs up, kills her, and throws her body into the stream. A citron tree grows from the girl's blood. The prince returns with fine clothes and a palanquin, but finds the black maid in the tree instead. She says, "Why did you take so long?" Confused, he asks, "Why are you so dark?" She replies, "The sun burned me." Doubting but unsure, he takes her to the palace. He also uproots the citron tree and plants it in the palace garden. The citron tree grows quickly and sometimes wails. The maid realizes it's tied to the girl's blood and tells the prince to have a carpenter cut it down to make a bed. The carpenter cuts the tree, but the hunchbacked old woman takes a piece of the trunk and makes a spindle. While she's at the market, the Naranj and Toranj girl emerges from the spindle and cleans the house. The old woman returns, learns her story, and promises to help. The prince, sick with grief, lies in bed as the palace physicians gather around. They say only a water chain, a magical object that shines like clear water, can save him. The king announces a call for anyone who can make it. The Naranj and Toranj girl, now with the hunchbacked old woman, tells her, "I know how to make the chain, but I need a secluded courtyard with a fine mirror." The mirror's glow lingers in her mind, as if hiding another secret. In a secluded palace courtyard, the girl sits before a large, ancient mirror and whispers to herself. She recounts the prince's journey to the garden, her murder by the maid, and the citron tree's growth. The prince, hiding on the palace rooftop, listens, his heart trembling with the truth. Moonlight hits the mirror, bringing images of the garden to life. He jumps down, grabs the girl, and takes her to his mother. But a shadow of doubt and fear lingers in his heart. The king orders the city to be lit up with colorful lights for 7 days and nights. And the prince's wedding to the Naranj and Toranj girl begins. The black maid is punished. Her hair is tied to a mule's tail, and she's set loose in the desert to face her fate. The hunchbacked old woman whose oil bowl was broken is invited to the palace and rewarded. But as everyone celebrates, a glowing orange appears in the palace garden, as if it holds one last secret. The wedding of the prince and the Naranj and Toranj girl bathed the city in golden and neon green light, yet a cryptic shadow clung to the prince's heart. The black maid was exiled to the endless desert, and the hunchbacked old woman vanished into the palace's darkness with a secretive smile. One night, beneath a full moon casting a silver glow, the prince found a radiant orange in the palace garden, pulsing with an otherworldly light. As he drew near, a whisper from within murmured, "A secret yet remains." Was this orange the key to breaking the curse, or a portal to a darker mystery? The prince stared at the horizon, his heart torn between love and fear. The enchanted garden waited in silence, and who knows what fate lies hidden in its shadows. If you were the prince, would you dare to open the glowing orange, or leave it untouched in the garden forever?